Yo, what's the YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back here with yet another video, and today I'm coming to you guys with the new best way to make the best builds in NBA 2K22. And this is gonna work for next gen and current gen. This is gonna be able to spice stuff up when you're making your builds. Now, real quick, I want to shout out Nut. I think he was the OG founder of this in 2K20, and this has been crazy change ever since. And I've been trying to put this in videos for a little while, but people have been confused, so I'm gonna make a dedicated video for that today. And I'll be going over a lot of builds in this video. But first, let's show you guys how to do it. Now on current gen, I'm gonna do this again on next gen, so stay tuned. There's gonna be a timestamp, so if you just want to skip to that, you can do that. But real quick, if you want to change it, you go to features, settings, scroll down to units of measurement, and you're gonna see something that says imperial system. You're gonna want to change that to metric system, and that is gonna make a huge change. Why does this make a big change? Because you're gonna be, when you're in imperial, that's gonna be feet and inches. When you do metric, you can go within those inches and make builds that's slightly taller and have really amazing builds. And if you do it on next gen, you can pretty much have the same attributes as a build that's shorter, so you can be the same speed, the same shooting, all that, but you can be slightly taller with the metric system. So yeah, and if you make it on current gen, it just changes a lot of different things. On next gen, they didn't really think it out too much. You can tell it's like kind of a glitch in the game, but on current gen, it makes a lot of differences. So I'm gonna show you guys a lot of builds on current gen that I actually am going to be making. These are gonna be my builds, so whenever I'm doing like a sub session or anything coming up, any videos, y'all will be seeing that in this video today. So yeah, man, if you guys want more videos like this, I need y'all boys right now. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, man. Without further ado though, let's hop straight into it.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I bought the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Alright, so let's hop straight into it. Now, when it comes to making these builds, I'm gonna show you guys a lot of builds on current gen that I'm actually gonna be using for the rest of the year. I'm gonna give you guys one on next gen, but I'm gonna go into detail on next gen because it's a lot more easier to really much break that down. On current gen, I have to show you guys build by build. So yeah, we're gonna show you guys all of my builds. So pretty much the lockdown, the slasher, the guards, both big man, and my main build, all in this video. The links to all that will be in the description. You might even see it while you just scrolling through the video. But yeah, first things first, we're gonna make the slasher, point guard. I'm gonna go through this really fast, so make sure that you're keeping up. When it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go with the finishing and defensive. Only gonna get finishing Hall of Fame. When it comes to the physicals, you can go with speed pie chart or speed vert, but I'm gonna go speed vert so I can give them all three of those 99. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with pretty much around 26, 12, and 21. Now, when it comes to the close shot, you gotta roll that to an 82, but like I said, I'm trying to run through this as fast as possible, so bear with me. But yeah, post fade, you're gonna have that to a 62. Pass accuracy, ball handler, that's both gonna be maxed, and then put this to a 35, and then max out perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and then max out the defensive rebound. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. It doesn't really matter too much. Now, this is where it's gonna make a big difference. Now, if you wanna be a little bit taller, you know what I'm saying? 1.96 is 6'5". The tallest height I would go making a guard build, to be honest, is right here. Now, if you want to go to taller guard build, you can do that. You would go beyond 6'5" at that point. But the reason why I would do that is because when you're making these builds under 6'5", you won't be able to have those drill moves in the future. But if you're making it at under 6'5" right here, you're not gonna be able to get those drill moves. You may keep going down until you get to an 81. Now you'll be able to actually have that 81 ball handle eventually. So, but the easiest way to be able to get that 81 ball handle and still have like the best attributes you can possibly have on this build is to either go 1.91, which is 6'3" on the dot, or go 1.90, which is going to be like a notch below 6'3". And that's going to still be decent heights because a lot of the times people aren't too crazy on heights, but I think people are actually starting to try to make taller builds. But like, what I'm gonna be real with you, the defense on this build is so good, you're not gonna really be able to tell the difference, and you're gonna be poking, you're just gonna be getting steals like crazy. So you can go with either one of these two heights. If you want to go with a little bit taller and still try to get that 85 ball handle at 99, you can go with 1.93. You just wouldn't be able to go as high on the wingspan, but in my opinion, the best height is 1.91, which is gonna be 6'3" on the dot. Then when it comes to the weight, you're pretty much gonna lower the weight just to be able to get your speed and acceleration as high as possible, and this is how you're gonna be able to get that 99 speed and 99 acceleration and 99 vertical, because you're gonna get that +4 from 99 and +4 from gym rat. So yeah. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're pretty much just gonna max out the wingspan, but as you're peeping, the ball handle went from an 81 to an 80, or it went from an 82 to an 80. That's because it dropped down 2. So if you don't want it to drop down 2, you gotta go 1 notch below, and it's gonna be at an 81, where it's gonna be perfectly able to get to that 99 threshold, where it's gonna get you a +4, and that's gonna get you an 85. So yeah, pretty much everything that you see on the screen is gonna be going up +4. So 3-pointer, mid-range, you're gonna be able to see. That's pretty much what I'm gonna be making. You're gonna be able to reach the 63-pointer, 99 driving dunk, a 99 steal, 90+ lateral quickness. It's gonna be able to get pretty much all the content dunks, amazing defense, pretty much all around. Takeovers, you're gonna have slasher and lockdown takeover. Really good options. You really can't go wrong with either or. I'm gonna go with slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a 2-way slasher. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the best slasher build in the game as of right now. But yeah, we still got more to go over. Alright, so hopping into the next build. Now for the next build, number 2, we're gonna give you guys pretty much the best lockdown build in the game. Now this build, I'm gonna actually not show you guys the lockdown version of it. I'm gonna do that another time in another video where I'll show you guys multiple. But for this video, I'm gonna show you guys a lockdown build that's gonna be able to do a lot more than just strictly be a lockdown. So we're gonna make it the point guard position. I'm gonna go through this fast, so bear with me. We're gonna be with the shooting pie chart with defensive, but you're only gonna get shooting Hall of Fame. Then we're gonna go with the speed pie chart. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna max out the driving layup, max out the driving dunk. Then when it comes to the mid-range, 3-pointer, free throw. Then when it comes to the post or ball handle, pass accuracy, those both gonna be max. Perimeter defense, that's gonna be max. Lateral quickness, steal, defensive rebound, that's all gonna be max. Then when it comes to the post control, you're gonna put this up to get 12, just so you can be able to have enough on playmaking. Then when it comes to the shooting, you're gonna go up to get 24. Then when it comes to the block rating, you're gonna raise that up, and now you're gonna end up with 1, 24, 12, and 19. Now if you want to be more of a lock, you would take more off the playmaking and put them on finishing. And if you just want to have more shooting and defensive, maybe you want to have max defensive, you can do that. Maybe you want to have max shooting and defense, you can do that. But yeah, that's the way I'm doing it. When it comes to the bite type, it's completely up to you. I'm gonna go with a smaller one for video purposes. Then when it comes to the weight or height, now for the height, it's a lot of different heights you can actually end up going with on this build. You can go 1.91, which is literally right at 6'3". But if you go a notch below, you're gonna be a notch below. So you know what I'm saying? That's just gonna be how it is. But if you want to be as fast as possible, going up in height is never a negative. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the ball handle. That is a very key thing. So what I'm gonna actually end up doing, I'm gonna go right here at 1.92. Then when it comes to the weight, I'm gonna go down in weight. So pretty much that's gonna allow me to get my max speed and acceleration with this build. Then when it comes to the wingspan, we're gonna go up in wingspan, but we're not gonna go max. We're gonna go a couple notches below. Why? Because when you go a couple notches below, you're still gonna have that 76 ball handle. Why is that important? At 99, you're gonna be able to have that 80 ball handle, and that's gonna help you do a lot more things on this build. But on this build, you still gonna have really good +4s at 99. When it comes to the driving dunk, that's gonna be good. When it comes to the shooting, you're gonna be able to reach thresholds for 3-pointer and mid-range. You're gonna be able to reach the 80 threshold for ball handle. You're gonna be able to reach thresholds, especially for a lot of stuff on defense even. Then you got that 99 speed and acceleration, which is actually still very important to have, even with people not being as fast as they were previously before the patch. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you end up with sharp, lockdown, shot creator, and playmaker takeover. And it really up to you what you want to go with. In my opinion, with the fact that everybody can have chef or limitless spot up, I don't feel like this is the most necessary takeover. So it's either lockdown or playmaker. This is a really good defensive build, but you don't have Hall of Fame defensive badges. So if you want to go lockdown, you want to be more of a lockdown, go with that. But if you want to be more of a guard with it, go with a playmaker that's going to be pretty much making you dribble that much faster, and you will be very overpowered with this build at 99. So I'm going to go with playmaker for video purposes, but if you want to go more of a lockdown way, you can go with lockdown take. And the build comes out as a 2-way sharp. Alright, next is going to be my shooting big. Now, when it comes to my shooting big, in my opinion, this is the best big man build in the game. But you got to realize all these builds I made for me, so a lot of this stuff is templates. You got to just change it to how you would want to make it. It's that simple. Now, power forward, hand, number, that doesn't really matter. It's really up to you. Now, when it comes to the build, you're going to go down again to the same pie chart I just showed you guys. We're going to be at the shooting and defensive pie chart, where you're only going to get shooting. Then when it comes to the physical, you're going to go down speed, vert. That's just going to be the best one for this build. For the attributes, though, you're going to end up with pretty much you're gonna have a max driving dunk, max standing dunk, and then a max close shot, and then put the rest up on driving layup, but you don't max it out. Mid-range max, three-pointer max, free throw max, and then put the post fade to a 56. Then on defensive rebound, pretty much max slide quickness, steal, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and then put the rest on perimeter defense. Now, one thing I'll say about this, you are going to be spotting up, so you might not need offensive rebound as much as you need perimeter defense. Perimeter defense gets you those shot contests, so if you feel like you need those shot contests more than offensive rebound, because you are going to be spotting up a lot of the times on offense, you can swap those. Like, say for instance, you want to max this out and then be like this, you can swap those. But you got to realize you're not going to have the 23. So that's why I did it the way I did. So yeah, and it's only a 2 difference on the attributes. So yeah, that's pretty much what it ended up being like. Body type, you want to go built up early. That's what I'm going to say, because it is a big man build. Now, when it comes to the height, what I have been doing pretty much past couple years, 6'8". But last year, what I learned to do, I would go right here, a notch above 6'8". Actually, no, this is 6'8", and I would go 2.04. So yeah, 2.03 is 6'8", and then I would go notch above it, and that would make me be able to have a higher rebound. That's why the reason I was doing that. But this year, what I've been doing, instead of going a notch above 6'8" or 6'8", I go a notch below, and that just breaks the game because it makes me that much faster. I get way better perimeter defense. I get way better lateral quickness. I'm even better at shooting. I'm even better at dunking. So it just makes a big difference in a lot of the things I'm trying to do. So yeah, then when it comes to the weight, I'm pretty much going to lower the weight, obviously, because I didn't go with like a balance. I went with a speed vert pie chart. So obviously I'm going to go with a lower weight. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be looking like. Then when it comes to the wingspan, it's a lot down build. So we're going to max out the wingspan every single time, even on a build like this. Now, say for instance, you want that 83 ball off the rip. You can go 1 notch below, but you know what I'm saying? You're going to get that regardless. So why not? So yeah, that's what I would say to you. So yeah, wingspan, I'm ending up going max wingspan. This is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna get +4, +8 to your physicals. You can do the math. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna have amazing takeovers. You're gonna have the 4 best takeovers in the game for this build. I don't feel like a post-score takeover would do anything for this build specifically. So yeah, slasher if you want to just be able to do more when it comes to catching lobs. Glassing is gonna help you get more rebounds. Rebirth is gonna help you play better defense, and shooting is gonna help you just shoot better. So in my opinion, I don't feel like shooting is necessary on this one. So it's between these 3. If you want more defense, you can go with this one. If you want to be able to set better screens, know where the rebound's gonna go, get better rebound animations, get better swim animations, you go with this one. If you want to be faster, you want to be able to jump higher, you want to be able to get more rebounds, you want to be able to play better on offense interior, you go with a slasher. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a slasher is kind of a combo of both of these without like the rebounding and the defensive stats, but it's going to give you the physical. So it's really up to you on what you want to go with. I'm going to go with the balance of all 3. I'm going to go with pretty much the glass and the takeover. And the build comes out as, what else? A glass cleaner. So yeah, it's kind of like the meta big man, but it's kind of with a different pie chart. And it's with the metric system. Now, for every other build I show you guys on this list, I'm a little bit more well versed on how to make it. So yeah, next build we gonna be making is the best guard build in the game, and y'all probably already know what this is. Kind of like a play shot type build. Now, this is gonna be the easiest build to shoot on. This is gonna be the easiest build to dribble on. So obviously, it's gonna be the best guard. So yeah, we're gonna show you guys how to make it. We're gonna be at the point guard position, obviously, hand and number. For this video specifically, since we're trying to get through it fast, we not gonna be going over that for this one. Now, when it comes to the pie chart, we're gonna go with the shooting and playmaking. We're not gonna mix it up too much on this one. Then when it comes to the physicals, you wanna go with the speed pie chart so you can just be as fast as possible. Then when it comes to the attributes, it's a lot of different ways to make it, but I'm gonna just go with the one that I feel like is the best way, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people like to make it at the shooting guard position so you get more defensive. So if you wanna have 7 instead of 6, you can do that. But for this one, I'm gonna just go with this one so that you only get 6. And I'm gonna have a driving dunk and put the rest on driving layup, and that's pretty much how it ends up being made every single time. Now, if you just want to use this extra one right there, you're not gonna max driving layup. Again, if you make it at shooting guard, you're gonna have 25, 23, and 7, but you're gonna easily have a max driving layup and an easily max driving dunk. So it's really up to you on how you want to make it. Then when it comes to the body type, it's completely up to you. Height is where it gets interesting because you kind of want to go shorter on the height. The height I would go is actually 1.86. You go 1.86, you lower the weight, you're gonna be able to get max of a 99 speed and acceleration. It's very important to have that 99 acceleration this year in comparison to other years, not just 99 speed. So yeah, I'd like to have both of those max. So when I'm making builds like this is what I do. But if I'm making it, personally for me, I would go a little bit taller and make it 1.95. That's just what I would do, because what I do when I make my build, I go down in weight, pretty much And then when it comes to the wingspan, I raise the wingspan. But if you make it with the 1.86 height, you're gonna go down in weight, and obviously you would go down in wingspan because at that point you're just trying to make the best all-around build. But in this game, in my opinion, I feel like that's not really necessary, having that crazy like shooting stats. So if I can have higher defense and still have the great playmaking and still have good shooting, I'll be fine. So that's pretty much what I do. Then when it comes to the playmaking, sharp or shot creator, I'm gonna go with play take. In my opinion, sharp takeover is just not as necessary this year with badges like Chef that makes you be able to shoot from pretty much half court either way. So yeah, that's what I would go with, and the build comes out as a playmaking shot creator, and that's just the best guard build in the game in my opinion. Whether you make it taller or shorter, it's really depending on how you want to play with it. Alright, next, and this is gonna be the last build I go over for current gen before I go over my main build, and this is going to be the best interior big man. So yeah, let's show you guys how to make it. We make it at the power forward position, hand and number. It's really up to you. You know what I go with every single time, but we're trying to make this as fast as possible. Then when you come down to the pie chart, you're gonna go down to the defensive pie chart. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go down to the balanced pie chart. Stay tuned. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're gonna end up with the 16, 1, 6, and 30. So you're gonna max out pretty much everything on defense and rebounding. Everything is gonna be maxed. Then when it comes to the post control and pass accuracy, both of those are gonna be maxed. And then you're gonna raise this to be able to have 6. Then you're gonna put the rest on your driving layup. Then when it comes to the body type, you wanna go built or burly. It's really up to you. I'm gonna go burly. Then when it comes to the height, like I said on the other big man build, the meta height is 6'8". So either you want to go a notch above it or a notch below it. What I was doing last year, pretty much the whole year, I wasn't even considering going below it. I always went above it. This year, it's the exact opposite. I never consider going above it. I always go below it. Why? Because I just want to be faster, and it's just going to be crazy overpowered, especially on this one. The other one, you might not have thought that was crazy. This one, in terms of all the attributes that you get going up, is crazy. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to go up in weight. Yeah, you're going up in weight. You're going to get strength and interior defense off that. So if you don't want to go too high in weight, it's not going to give you the max interior defense that you want. So instead of having pretty much max, you can go one notch. But it's not even changing the weight. So why? So yeah, wingspan, you're going to go max wingspan. Though that's going to pretty much get you all the stuff that you see on the screen, and everything that you see on the screen is going up +4. So you're gonna be able to reach pretty much that 90 threshold on everything on defense besides interior defense. You're gonna be able to reach the 90 threshold on pretty much everything for finishing except for driving layup and post hook. Then when it comes to the strength, that's even gonna be at a 99. You have an 83 speed, an 81 acceleration, and a 93 vertical. So all that is gonna be amazing. Then when it comes to the takeover, it's gonna have rim protector and glassing takeover. It's really up to you. I feel like the rebounding is kind of more of a whole than the interior defense per se, so I would probably go with glass cleaner, but I went with glass cleaner earlier, so I'm gonna go with rim protector takeover for the people that was low-key fighting over it in the comments earlier. I ain't gonna lie, I did a poll on the takeover for big man, and people was so mad glass was winning. That was low-key funny to me, but yeah, it comes out as a versatile paint piece, so you get a decent name. At the beginning of the year, it was a rare name, but it's not that rare anymore. But yeah, it's still, in my opinion, the best, by far the best interior big man. Now, there actually are some other interior big men I could go over, but I'm gonna save those for the videos I actually plan on dropping. Alright, and last but not least, in my opinion, this is not, I don't really know what is my favorite or my best build, but this is probably going to be what I would say is my main build for what I use. So, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to make it. We're going to put the point guard position, hand and number, that doesn't really matter, but y'all know what I go with every single time, right and form. But then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna go down here to the playmaking and defensive. That's gonna be the pie chart we go with. There's no alterations to it, so it's obvious what we're gonna go with. Then when it comes to the physicals, you're gonna go with speed vert. That's gonna get you 99 speed and 99 acceleration with the way we're gonna make it, so go ahead and do that. Then when it comes to the attributes, there's a lot of different ways you can make it. So I'm gonna go close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, max off rip, mid-range, three-pointer, free throw off rip, then pass accuracy, ball handle. Then we're gonna put this up to 21 because we know that's what we're gonna do. Then when it comes to the perimeter defense, a lot of quickness and steal and defensive rebound, we're gonna put that up. So next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get 9 shooting, and then we're gonna get 9 on finishing. So yeah, we can get more on defense, but we wouldn't get more badges, so that's what I ended up going with. I just went for the most badges possible. I probably, if I was making it personally, I'll probably make it with more defensive, but for this one, I'm gonna just go with the most badges possible so y'all can get the gist of what it looks like with the metric system. Body type is completely up to you. When it comes to the height though, height is really up to you, but right here, the best height I would say for like slasher builds would be 1.96, which is 6'5", but since you have to be shorter than 6'5" to be able to get the dribble moves that we really want, we're gonna go a notch below, and that's gonna make this build even more overpowered in a lot of ways. So yeah, we're gonna go with this height. When you go down in weight, look at what it's gonna allow us to do. We're gonna be able to have that max speed and acceleration that we want on this build, and have a stupid high acceleration, not acceleration, but vertical. So you're gonna be able to have 99 speed and 99 acceleration on this build without 99 speed or vertical, but you will have a 96 vertical. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you're gonna go up in wingspan. If you don't go max, you know what I'm saying, you don't really have to, but I would go max because that's just what you want to be able to have. You want to be able to have that 80 driving dunk so you can get those contact dunks at 99 or 98. Well, it really has to be at 99 because you don't have an 81. There is a way where you can have 81 driving dunk, but it's just giving me an 80 for right now. That's one thing I also say about the metric system. Sometimes you can get different attributes. So say for instance, you went all the way out and got the build name and then returned the menu and you tried to edit it. Sometimes it'll give you different attributes. Sometimes it'll give you different wingspans and weights. So it just does that sometimes. It's a little glitchy with the wingspans and weights, but the height is gonna be the same thing every single time. But yeah, when it comes to the wingspan, all this stuff is gonna be going up +4. We're gonna have 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 96 vertical. When it comes to the takeovers, it's gonna end up with lockdown, playmaker, slasher, and shot creator. Lockdown, in my opinion, is the best takeover. Playmaker is gonna be really good to help your teammates. Slasher is gonna be really good to help you get more content. The one thing I'll say about this build, if you want to get a lot of content on, this build only has one package, and that's gonna be pro. You want to get more in this game, especially on current gen, you won't slasher takeover. So I'm gonna go with slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a two-way playmaker. And another thing you gotta realize with this build, you don't have that many finishing badges. So going with slasher takeover is just gonna take this over the top. So yeah, two-way playmaker, that's the main build I use on current gen. So yeah, I pretty much gave y'all pretty much all my builds so far for current gen. All we got left to go over for y'all boys on next gen. So let's hop straight into that. And alright, now for my boys on next gen. So if you guys want to get to the metric system, pretty much go to features again, settings, scroll down, you're gonna go to units and measurements, just like I did on current gen, change it from imperial to metric. It's gonna work just like that. It's that simple. And alright, finally for y'all boys on next gen. When it comes to the boys on next gen, I'm gonna make this joint from scratch. So I'm gonna grab a build specifically just to show you guys the build. So we're gonna make it at the small forward position because in my opinion, that's like the most balanced position. So yeah, let's go ahead and hopping straight into the height, weight, wingspan. Now, when it comes to these heights, what I'll tell you right now, some of these heights you can make it real glitchy, and some of them it just won't let you. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick off the rip. If you guys want to know the heights on next gen, it's gonna be really easy. On next gen, it'll literally do it based off the height. So 2.01 is 6'7", 2.03 is 6'8", 2.06 is 6'9", 2.08 is 6'10", and then so on and so on. It's gonna be at height and inch for the wingspan. But then when it comes to the height, you can go within those. It's gonna be pretty much based off of the closest decimal. So pretty much if you want to be 2.01, you're gonna see it's gonna be a distinct difference. That's gonna be part of the 6'8". I don't know why they did it like that, but they did. So if you want to be 6'8", you're gonna have 2.02, 2.03, and 2.04. You're gonna have all three of those. But the height we're gonna really go ahead and mess with is the 6'6". 6'6" is 1.98. You go a notch above, it's not gonna move. That's the real glitch to this metric system on next gen. You're gonna be able to have builds that are slightly taller with the exact same attributes as people that just don't understand that you can make these very overpowered builds with the metric system. So yeah, that's what I'll show you guys. So if you want to make a 6'8" build, you can do it. 6'7" though, it's not gonna let you do it. 6'7" is 2.01. It'll go right to the 6'8" type build. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. And where it can really be glitchy for the people that's really trying to make those under 6'5" builds, you can really be glitchy with it. But we're making it small for position, and I don't really feel like those are very necessary unless you're making that one build that I'm showing you guys this week. And that is the best build in the game, and that's even with the new patch. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to make this build. So we're gonna be at 6'6", but we're gonna be a notch above. The 6'6" is 1.98. We're gonna be a notch above, so we're gonna be at 1.99, and we're gonna have pretty much the exact same attributes, capabilities at even a taller height. When it comes to the weight, you can drop the weight, and I'm telling you, if you do this, it's not gonna make no difference. I'm telling you right now, not making no difference. Go down in weight. Then when it comes to the wingspan, you don't want the wingspan to be too high. You want to be able to just have contact dunks and a really good 3-point rating. This is going to be a really balanced build from all standpoints. Body type is completely up to you. You're not going to be able to have barely because your weight. So keep that in mind. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up with, you're going to be able to have contact dunks on this build because the 92 driving dunk. When it comes to the 3-pointer, you're going to be able to max that out. All these shooting badges are pretty much gold or Hall of Fame. You can't have this because you have to be shorter than 1.99. So I don't know why it's saying that. I guess you have to be at 1. Oh no, you have to be shorter than 1.93. So I think that might be something they just patched, to be honest. I don't remember it being like that, but that might be new. But yeah, mid-range, it's really up to you. I wouldn't put that up. Free throw, we're gonna come back to that too. Speed ball max, ball handle max. You want to max both of those up. Then pass accuracy is at an 85. That's like the minimum threshold I really want to have on one of my guard builds. Perimeter defense, we're going to add a 90. Steal, we're going to add a 90. That's just to reach those thresholds. And then for the block, you can add that at 70 or max it out if you just want that pogo stick at 71. It's not going to get you no more badges. So if you feel like you're going to use gold pogo stick, you can put it to 71. If you feel like you're not, keep it at 70. We're going to put it at 71 for video purposes though. Acceleration, we're going to put it to an 86 for now. Vertical, we only need that at 80. And then stamina, we're gonna max that out because this is a guard build. You want as much stamina as possible. So then when it comes to the driving leg, we're gonna max that out. We're gonna lower that just to show you guys that you can have that to a 91 if you want it there. We don't really need it there. If you want to add a 90 threshold, you can also do that too, and you'll still have other attributes. But the one thing that we don't have, which is important, is free throw. So we're gonna lower this actually to an 86 and still have those 20 badges. Then when it comes to the free throw, we're gonna raise this up. You can max this out. But another thing that we didn't do yet is our speed. So we're not gonna max that out just yet. So we're gonna leave that there. Then we're gonna go on speed, max that out, and we still have nothing on free throw. So we're gonna do the free throw based off what you want. Do you want 87 speed with no free throw? That's just depending on if you're not playing 5v5. But if you're playing 5v5, you're gonna need free throw. I'm gonna just say that right now. So off that one, you get it all the way to a 60. A 60 gonna be enough for you. You'll have an 86 speed and a 60. If you know how I do my speed, I feel like speed is not important as on current gen, because on current gen you get your speed and your ball handle to get your speed ball, but on this you already have your speed ball. And in my opinion, speed is more for big man. That's just for just running up and down the court. If you don't have the ball in your hands, that's just for running up and down the court. Acceleration is what more important for guards, because you want speed ball and acceleration. Acceleration is how fast your burst is going to be, and speed ball is going to be how fast you are with the ball. And then you have quick for step to change that too. Speed can just be at a threshold for me on my guard build, so that's why I do it like that. So that's why I don't max out the speed per se like I would max out an acceleration or max out a speed ball on my guard build. But if I'm on big man build, I max it out every time. So yeah, is this gonna be good enough for you? If not, we're gonna lower the speed one more, and you're gonna be able to get free throw up even more. That's gonna take it all the way to an 86. And I feel like I'm not gonna need too much more than that on a build like this. So we're gonna actually end up with 85 speed and 86 free throw. If you see anything else that you feel like you would want to put up, you can tweak that to whatever you want to do. This is just a template. Then when it comes to the takeovers, you're gonna end up with pretty much lockdown, playmaker, sharp, and slasher. But I'm gonna end up with actually going with easy blow bys on my front end, and then on my back end I'm gonna go with spot of precision. Why would I not go with limitless range? I usually on builds like this, I'm used to having chef. So since I don't get chef, I actually would go limitless range because you want to be able to shoot from deep. Now I actually put that on as my first takeover because I would want to be able to shoot from deep and take over. You want to be able to shoot from pretty much anywhere, and that's why I like the chef badge a lot, because it extends my range and makes me be able to shoot so well outside of my range that it's just really fun. So yeah, it's pretty much like having takeover at all times, and with limitless range you're gonna be able to do that now. So yeah, if you just want to be able to shoot from pretty much anywhere, limitless range is a really good takeover. And easy blow bys on the back end, so you can just blow by people and get those crazy +8s. It's gonna be really good. You use juice, it's gonna be even more overpowered, and the build comes out as a two-way 3-point playmaker. That's why all the time I tell you guys, if you get a two-way 3-point playmaker, it's gonna go to a whole nother level. And now this is not even pretty much going based off if you did the rebirth. This is not gonna be based off if you hit level 40 in any season. This is not even based off if you pretty much just put your extra badges on. So you can get up to 6 extra badges on a build right now. So if you feel like you didn't have enough finishing, you can get more on finishing. You feel like you didn't have enough shooting, you can get more on shooting. You feel like you didn't have enough playmaking, you can get more on playmaking. If you didn't have enough on defense, you can get more on defense. So it's really just depending on how you want to be with this build. But in my opinion, as of right now, this is the best all-around build in the game. In my opinion, best small foot build in the game. But yeah, that is going to be, in my opinion, my builds, my favorite builds. I'm gonna be using my go-to builds for pretty much the rest of the year. I got a couple more on next gen, but I really just want to give y'all the rundown of how it really worked. So yeah, I didn't really go too crazy on next gen as compared to the current gen. I just didn't want the video to be too long, so I don't feel like that's a terrible thing. But yeah, if you guys want more videos like this where I'm gonna be going in the videos, doing rankings videos, or in just regular videos with the metric system, I need y'all boys to smash, break, and destroy the like button right now. Hit that sub button, turn on post notifications, be the first that every single video share this video to anybody. anybody. I mean, anybody you think would help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm out doing, man.